This is the Pedestrian. I'm starting it up for the first time right now, and I don't quite know what to expect from it. So, a couple of weeks ago, I played the game All of You on my iPad, and it's an Apple Arcade game. It's kind of a puzzle-solving game where you're moving like comic frames around, basically, to sort of control how events play out for the main character. And while I was doing that stream, someone recommended that I try the Pedestrian. So I have not tried the Pedestrian yet. I've seen a couple of like snippets of trailers and stuff, but I largely don't know what to expect. But if you like games like All of You and Framed, apparently this is also a game that you should like. I don't know, let's find out. It's saying that I should move something. Is it expecting me to use a controller? Yes. Okay, yes, I am using a controller. Oh, hello. Oh, you can flow into some legs. Oh, what? I like playing ladies in games, so we're gonna be a lady person. What? Okay, interesting. So this does remind me of a lot of really interesting animations that I've seen over the years, where you see not only the animated character but also the context in which they were drawn. Okay, I'm moving left and right now. So apparently it's like I'm traveling through an invisible tunnel. And now I emerge on a whiteboard, and it looks like I'm drawn differently now. So, go through this door, and then, okay, that little TV is telling me to push the Y button. Oh, what? Okay, I hold the A button and then connect these two, and now the doors are connected. Okay, then I push Y again, and now I can go through these doors. And I can go back if I want as well. And once I've used the doors, can I... Okay, I can disassemble them. Oh, but then my character retracts. Interesting. So I can basically only use these doors in one way for a given puzzle solution. And now, where are we going? A. Okay, A is jumping. Well, that makes sense. Looks like we got somebody somebody in my chat trying to make me famous, apparently. Trying to sell me on some kind of promotional product. Not really my thing. I mean, I am pretty excited that I just crossed the 800 subscriber line. So, I'm capable of enjoying the idea of having more people watch me play. That doesn't mean I'm about to pay somebody to try to, push me and just get me a lot of random followers. What I want is people who are genuinely interested in what I have to offer here. Finding me organically rather than, just hyping me and just getting a bunch of randos. Okay, so... Oh, interesting. So it did encourage me to use the controller up front, but I can also use the mouse. Oh, I'm betting I could use WASD. Hold on a sec. Let's... Now, I'm actually pretty impressed with their controller... with their implementation of the cursor on the controller. Oh, interesting. So, okay, I'm trying to switch over to mouse and keyboard. I don't actually know which button I would have pressed, though, to switch into cursor mode. Huh. Okay, so even though I noticed that nudging the mouse did move the cursor, I don't think I'm going to play with the cursor because I missed out on the tutorial for how the cursor would work. That's fine. Their cursor implementation is pretty good. It's hard to make a cursor work with a thumbstick. I feel like so getting a crosshair to work well with a thumbstick, I feel like Call of Duty 2 was... Well, no, Halo. Halo actually did a pretty good job of it. I think Call of Duty 2 improved on it, and I think it's been hard to do much better than Call of Duty did with making a crosshair move with a controller. But then making a cursor move is a slightly different problem, and I don't think I actually saw a really good a controller-driven cursor and I don't think I'd seen a good one until Destiny. Destiny felt like that was the first one where I really felt like it was good. And since then, people have gotten better and better at it. This one feels like it's a pretty good one. So, I guess... Oh, so can I not... Why is this a dotted line? It says... Okay, do I have to connect it to a... Oh, can I not backtrack? I can't backtrack apparently. Maybe. I don't know. So it says I can move pieces around like this. Let's try. Wait, what am I doing? Okay, let's move this and then I can connect these doors and these doors. And then take this little S curve down here. Okay. I gotta say, I love the sort of the dual layered nature of this art. That like there's the sort of real world art that we're sort of moving the camera through, which takes a long time to create a bunch of this stuff. And then we've got the simple little line art here, which is, we're using a lot of features, and it's so funny. The gameplay has the simpler art, and the more complicated art is all window dressing. Like, not very little of the complicated 3D art is actually like important to the gameplay in the sense that you could play a version of this game where none of that existed. But part of the pleasure of playing this game is the novelty of playing a simplified artsy character inside a more realistic world. Like, I don't think I would be as interested in the game if I wasn't doing that. It's always really complicated because, it's very easy to dismiss the value of really good art and production design in a game, because ultimately, the experience you're having is largely the interactive experience, like controlling a thing, getting feedback. And, technically, I mean, like, you could play, a game like Call of Duty could be, a bunch of blue squares and red squares shooting yellow lasers at each other, and technically the gameplay would be the same, but there's something about it looking like people in places that you recognize out of the real world that makes it feel worth doing. That gives it sort of some added meaning that tells a story in your head and makes you interested in the outcome. And a game like this is the same way. It's like you could make a very simple little 2D indie puzzle game where you're just running a character between doors, using just the simple art in these little signs, and that could be fun in a lot of the same way. But a big weird chunk of the fun of this is just being surprised by the way the art works. So okay, so it looks like this seems like what we'll be doing. So I keep forgetting that I need to also connect the doors. It's not enough to just rearrange the panels. Yay, ladders! So Smug Rainbow Pony says, I'd rather shoot at cubes. It feels better than shooting at people. Now, that I can see that. I think I've definitely enjoyed my share of shooting at cubes in the past. But you kind of get the point that I was making, though, right? Like, Assassin's Creed, you could be like just running bouncing a box around from node to node, but it feels better to watch a human leap from beam to beam and take these big wide steps, and seeing it connected to something that feels familiar and adventurous and that has a sort of a story to it about what a person is doing. And wow, I'm impressed that this person is able to do these person things, even though technically gameplay wise it's not really technically necessary in order to achieve the same challenge. That context really matters to your ability to invest in what's going on. Okay, so it says that I can't move it beyond certain angles after it's connected. So, so it's just so I can solve this without actually doing the thing that's being shown in the TV here. In fact, you can sort of barely see what's going on that TV, can't you? But it's given me the chance to experiment with it and see, the doors close when the angle gets too steep. So the doors have to sort of be within a certain number of degrees or they don't work. And there's little animations to show you whether they're going to work or not so that you can understand it and prepare. So we'll run through here. And now I'm here. Okay. Sometimes we have these panels that are just to get me through a part of the world. Okay, so dotted lines I can jump through. They're teaching me a lot of visual language here. Like every single... Okay, B picks things up. Every single new panel has got some kind of crazy new skill they're teaching me. Or not skill. Like, these aren't really different skills from each other. These are just sort of like... Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is why they have to close a door off after I use it. Because the puzzle, like in a puzzle like this, the challenge is to figure out how to get the key first and go through the locked door, which is, I think, this guy. Go through the locked door second. And then get to this. Okay, so the reason I have to get through the locked door is because the exit has got an up ladder. And the entrance has got a down ladder. And so the way things are arranged right now, if I connected it in the most obvious way, I go down the down ladder and then be stuck at the door. So that's not going to work. And can I cancel this? There we go. And if I just switch the bottom ones, they won't connect up left to right, you see? I've got the exit. I can get the key and go through this exit and then show up here, but I can't do that because I can't connect the outer edges. So what I really need to do, I can overlap them. I wonder if that's going to become important later. So what I really need to do is switch the beginning and the end. And that's actually like the less intuitive things. There's a lot of games out there, a lot of puzzle games out there where beginnings and the ends are locked. And so it's really easy to think of the beginning and the end as being the ones I can't move. So I imagine this puzzle is designed so that a lot of people will first have the same thought that I had, which is, let's move the middle parts and keep the beginning and ending where they are. And so part of what you're learning in this is not just, the idea that you're going to have to, organize things in a certain order in order to get keys and use them in locks. But also they have to sort of think outside the box when it comes to which things are movable and which things aren't. All right. Wolfo says, I hope I'm not too late to the stream. This stream is too late to the stream. I am, I started this at like 1:15, and it's kind of ridiculous. I am exhausted. So there's a few games that I want to get through before Cyberpunk 2077 comes out, which means I got to play them now because that game is coming out in like 5 days. It's kind of unbelievable that it's actually here. Okay, I think I know what's going on. So yeah, the chance of me spending the time to play a game like The Pedestrian when I'm in the middle of like a cyberpunk haze seemed kind of questionable. I mean, obviously I'm not like I'm going to drop indie games entirely, but if I get completely absorbed in a particular game for a long time, the rate at which I play other games will go down a little bit. And so I wanted to make sure I gave this game some time before I went nuts on some other crazy game. Oh, what? Oh, weird. Okay. So I'm going to disconnect this, which is going to cause my character to snap back. Yes. So this is what I'm learning here. That I can cross the streams. Okay, so first we're going to go here. It's going to take me up here, climb down the ladder, through the door, grab the key, drop here, and go out here. Oh, hey there, Armitez. The adventuring is going great. I am on an adventure through apparently some kind of factory, and I am a person on a warning sign. Okay, we're being taught about levers now. Pretty straightforward. So one thing that's interesting is, like, so this game has got one big, completely brand new conceit, which is the whole idea of connecting up the doors between different parts of the level. And because of that, they're actually relying on very familiar other mechanics. Keys, levers, platforms you can drop through, levers that turn on repeatedly moving platforms that you can then bounce around on. Oh, so when I zoom out, I can actually see what's connected to what. So what is... Oh, okay, I can push a button. Okay, I didn't know that buttons were things. So buttons and switches are effectively this... Oh. So do buttons make permanent changes and switches make cycling changes? Is it that simple a difference? Okay. So, okay. Looks like we've got a button here that will turn on one platform and a switch here that'll turn on another. We need to exit through this platform. So what I want, so I want this one to be bouncing up and down continuously, and I want this one to be just solid, and that is how it's going to work. But that means that I need to, after I've turned things on, I need to emerge from this side so I can ride this one up. And so does it matter what order I put these two in? I guess maybe not, as long as what matters is I go down the left one first and then come up the right one second. Ah, didn't mean to do that. Oh, wait a minute. When I was doing that, I was acting like I thought these two were connected in the middle. They are not. So never mind that nonsense. What I really need... Oh, wait a minute. No, the connections are still right. I just needed to reset myself. So I need to do this one first. Wait a minute. No, that doesn't work either. Because while I can get by this one... Now, am I able... Am I able to reconnect things after... Okay, so it resets me at the beginning and turns everything off. Can I change? Looks like I can't change which ones these are related to. Okay, so let's think about this. In the best case scenario, this one will already be on, and then I will emerge from this ladder to find this one going up and down. So somehow I need to turn this one on. Oh, wait a minute. This is another case of crossing the streams, isn't it? I haven't quite figured it all out, but I'm betting this is the answer. I've got like a half-formed idea in my head that this is the answer. So if I come down here, turn this one on first. Yes. Wait, what am I doing? This is the button I'm pressing. Okay, so that's right. So I turn it on first and then turn on the tall one after I've already cleared the left side. That's what I needed to do. Awesome Twitch Dude asks, did you finish the story in Red Dead Redemption 2? No, it is very rare for me to finish the story in an open world level. Oh, elevators that I can just drive. Cool. Open world game. I'm starting to get tired enough. My vocabulary is going to start being randomly selected, which is going to be fun. Okay, so this time it's on a switch, but... Okay, so the switch just pulls it down. Oh! Wait a minute, what? can't decide how that worked. Oh, okay, maybe the switch just made the elevator active. Like maybe, or did it just bring it down once? I'm not sure what I was supposed to learn from that. Anyway, so I very rarely finish open world games. I'll get started on them, and I'll spend a lot of time living in the world, running around, doing collection, just doing all of the sort of open-ended open world stuff, while maybe sometimes listening to a podcast or doing something else. That's sort of the role that open world games play in my life. But that means I generally ignore the story for a really long time, much longer than most people would be expected to. And so, like, I got deep enough into Red Dead Redemption that I was at the town, and then it just became a hunting simulator for me. And I just ran around hunting things, and that's all I did until I got tired and moved on to another game. Similarly, I've just arrived in England in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and folks who watched the beginning of the stream saw that I'm just running around, just picking up collectibles, doing anomalies, that kind of thing. I still need to, like, talk to my brother about, like, the very first steps of starting to conquer England. Haven't even gone there yet. Okay, so I'm here. Oh wait, this is where I came from. Got it. I just walked right through the entrance door. Okay, so what's going on here? So things interesting about this game is that you don't sort of like plan, but you have to plan separately. Like, the deeper you get, the more complicated it gets. The more it gets, the more you have to do like a separate planning phase before you just start poking things around. So right now I'm trapped in this tiny room. I can't even run around and experiment with this stuff. Excuse me. Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the only game I played tonight because I'm getting so tired. Okay, here we go. Anyway. Let's see. Oh, so Armitage says, I have a fancy for open world games, though, but it has to be more than just open world. The sort of connection I can have with it, though, hard to explain. As much as I've pre-ordered as Cyberpunk 2077. So Cyberpunk 2077 is interesting because I don't know how open worldy it is. I mean, I think technically it takes place in an open world, but it might be open world the way, say, like Deus Ex is open world, or like the most recent Deus Ex had a kind of a small open world where there is, I mean, you can go a lot of different places up front. You can do things in a lot of different orders, but it all feels like it's like very focused, and each sort of action you take, even sort of the freeform exploration, doesn't feel quite as sort of open and aimless. It feels like it's all more mentally engaging than just going around hunting for treasure in Assassin's Creed. And so I would consider something like Deus Ex to be in a different category, and I'm expecting Cyberpunk to be closer to that, where like technically it's in an open world, but it's not like an open world game where it's a world with a story in it, but also full of collectibles and sort of random free roaming stuff. Like, I'm expecting it all to be a little bit more focused than that, which means that I'm not expecting to be able to treat it the way I've treated other open world games. Okay, so and you can definitely see this attitude that I have about open world games. You can definitely see its influences on State of Decay 2, where we ended up making it very little about the overarching story and much more about living and surviving in the world, to a greater degree, I think, than a typical open world game does. Most open world games don't have a ton of survival mechanics or like maintenance that you have to do on a community. Usually a community is just a marker of progress. If you've got a community at all, it's not something that you have to sort of work to maintain. And so the work of maintaining community means that our game is very focused on the day-to-day exploration and discovery of resources and things like that, which gives it a very different focus from other open world games. But it's like perfectly aligned with what I look for from an open world game. And, it takes all types, right? Like, you want to have all of these different types of open world games exist in the same world. I wouldn't want the entire world to be just made of one or the other. Okay, so what are the ways that I could arrange this? So I've got a left-facing door. This room with the switch also has a left-facing door. The exit has got a ladder. It looks like the exit could be added here, or it could be added here. And I don't really have to commit to either one right now. And it looks like, okay, so this is closed. Flipping this switch will open it. And so, oh, and there's another up ladder here. So the question is, do I... yes, okay, so it looks like maybe what happens is I start here, I take a pretty normal elevator up here, go up that elevator, and then I ride this elevator up to this door, use the switch to open that door, and then that lets me come down here. So why do I need this step? Oh, so this step only exists to just angle me up. To like say, okay, I went through a door and I'm going to come up a ladder. That's the only reason this is here. Because if I attach this room directly to this room in this door, via this door, then that would give me no way to get up here. I guess I could go down to this door, but then the elevator is just in the wrong place everywhere. The elevator assumes I'm going up. So yeah, I think this is right. We go through here, we hit the switch that moves the piston, and now we can go down here and leave. Right, I've already been playing this for a little while, so I don't know if this game has got like chapters, like if I'm going to hit a point where I make some big major transition and I feel like, yeah, I've done a satisfying amount of gameplay tonight, or if it's just going to be, or if this is the level, like if the only like real level boundaries in the game are the ones between these, you know, screens full of rearrangeable pieces. Okay, so I could go get the key first. What do I need the key for? I need the key probably to access the switch, right? And the switch does the piston, and then okay, it looks like the ladder is my exit. So let's say the piston is my last challenge. So once I go through the piston, I go up to the exit. That's cool. The switch opens the piston, so it has to come before the piston. So I could see it working like that. I come up here. Then where do I go out of the left door? I guess I could get the key. Okay, I see. So this is not a linear path. Oh, interesting. I've got constraints. This pipe, I can't carry this guy past the pipe. And now, because I'm super tired, I forgot what I was doing. Okay, so this starter room, it can connect to the left to go on this little jaunt to get the switch and the key. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I'm doing this in the wrong order. Hold on. It's not going to work. I need the key before I cross this door. So, okay, so the piston, yeah, so I feel like going to the right is how I escape. The right goes here and here. The question is, what order does the left happen in? So, I feel like, so I obviously can't connect this up here. So this has to be connected to this. Does it though? No, okay, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Okay, so let's say my starter room goes to the right into this room. And I do actually pick up the key first. So that takes me to this room, this ladder, then out this door. So, okay, so I can get the key first, Then I go through here, which doesn't challenge me. Then I go through here. I can hit the switch, and I've already got the key, so I can open that door. Then this door leads me through here. And I think this right here, the fact that these two kind of cross, that's the real challenge of this level. Like, understanding that you can cross these things. And then I can get out. I think this works. Okay, so let's go get the key. And then drop down here. Go down. Hit the switch. Open the door with the key. Go through this door. Now the piston is gone. I can climb up. And go up to the final hole. Huh. Okay, there's a little exit over here. I'm ever going to leave this warehouse. Ooh, I'm like in a tantalizing garage. Josh Annalise just showed up and says, I'm trying to figure out who I've watched play this game before. It looks familiar. So I definitely saw trailers for this game a while ago and then lost track of it. Put the battery in the hole? What is that? Okay. That did something. That's crazy. Anyway, I definitely saw trailers of this. Like, when I saw it, after somebody recommended it to me on the last stream, or maybe a couple of streams ago, it definitely stood out as something that I had seen before, but I didn't remember when or how. It feels like this game, when it was released, it kind of flew under the radar. What? I can open things in the real world? Am I riding an elevator? Armitage has never heard of this game before. Oh, hi, Cringe Adam. Good to see you. Okay, so that door connected to something else after the elevator moved. Interesting. Okay. So this feels like I've made a transition to a new space. It feels like now I'm in sort of the green stinky place. Okay, we got trampolines. They're just not going to run out of things they want to show me. Wait, where am I? There I am. Okay, so I've got this, but it's not connected to anything. Well, let's connect some stuff. So I need to get out of here. I wonder if this game ever wastes pieces. Like, when you have a set of pieces, does that mean that you're definitely going to use all of them? So far, that's been true, but I don't know if that's always true. Okay, so there's only one ladder, so obviously that is where that goes. And then we've got two right-facing doors. And three light-facing doors. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, there's 4. Okay, I didn't count this one. So there's 4 doors of each direction. So clearly we are meant to match them all up. Is it as simple as just saying go in here, climb up here, get up here, go through here, and do that? Do I really need anything else? Let's see if it's this simple. If maybe this is just teaching me to be efficient. Aha, there's my problem. Okay, so I needed something to help me get through that. Is it the box? All right, let's see what this does. Possibly nothing. I don't know. Hey there, Steve-O. Oh, wait. Definitely don't want to be down here. That doesn't do me much good. Well, this has got me going in a loop. That's kind of strange. Alright, never pushed a box before. And I'm a splat. Okay, so I need to push the box down, but I can't follow the box. So I need to have another way to get through here, which I do. Okay, okay. I got it. No, that's the exit. I got it now. Let's come over here. This box is pretty. Push it over the edge. Then I'm not going to follow the box. I'm going to go back this way. Back this way. Drop down. Come over here. Pick up the box. Oh crap. Okay, one last thing to figure out. Let's just unhook everything. So, wherever I end up with the box, apparently needs to be a straight shot to the exit. Because there's not a lot of complicated things I can do with it. So I think... Is this where I want to be? Because if I get the box here, as long as the box only goes down, that's what this part is for. This part right here is to push the box through. Have it land here and then go here to become my step stool for the exit. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna start here and I'm gonna come up here, and my goal is to get up to that door. So that means gotta connect these, and I think we're good. So go through here, and it's wrong. So we go through here. And then collect my box. And then I can backtrack. And jump higher. Now I can push the box through here. I can't get the box through these walkways that I can dive through, but I can push it through this hole. And then I can get it through here, use it as a step stool, and get through the final door. Nice. Okay, so this has been the Pedestrian. It's really cool. I want to keep going, except that it is super late at night. I got started really, really late tonight, and I think that might be all I can handle. I'm feeling my eyes start to droop. I'm feeling myself starting to fall asleep. Luckily, I have got a nice backlog of videos. So let me quickly check those out. So yeah, I'll pop open YouTube Studio here. I believe I've got, so I need 5 videos in order to get from now until next Thursday when I do my next stream, which is also coincidentally when Cyberpunk comes out. So if I look at my collection of videos, I'll make a new one today, just one for Pedestrian. I've also got Empire of Sin, I've got 2 Fogs, I've got another State of Decay, I've got All of You and Chipmunk. Yeah, I've got enough. So cool. So we're gonna wrap this up now. And yeah, I really appreciate everybody showing up. If you want to, you can subscribe. And I'm definitely going to want to play a little bit more of the Pedestrian. It's an interesting, challenging game, and it uses a part of my brain that allows me to continue listening to podcasts. So it's perfect for me.